Right now at 5:30, we start with the latest chapter in what's been called the largest scandal in Ohio history. The FirstEnergy $60 million bribery scheme. The energy company has reached a deal with state prosecutors to avoid criminal charges.
Now, FirstEnergy announced it will pay $20 million to resolve its role in the House Bill 6 scandal. This is the case in which former House Speaker Larry Householder is now spending 20 years in prison. Thanks for joining us tonight for 10 TV News at 5:30. I'm Angela Ann.
And I'm Andrew Kinsey. We've been following this aftermath of House Bill 6 and the scandal since it broke years ago. Our coverage continues tonight with 10 TV's political reporter Doug Petcash. He's live at the State House with more on where that money will go. Doug.
Well, Andrew, the Attorney General's office says FirstEnergy is a different company now than it was 5 years ago, and it's been cooperating with investigators. A Democratic lawmaker I talked to, though, says that $20 million payment just isn't high enough. Under the agreement, FirstEnergy will pay the Ohio Attorney General's office $19.5 million and set aside $500,000 to pay for unspecified remediation commitments by the company. The agreement also requires the company to cooperate with ongoing investigations by the State Attorney General and Summit County Prosecutor's offices. That includes cases against former FirstEnergy CEO Chuck Jones and former Senior Vice President Michael Dowling, who were charged in the case in April. They both deny wrongdoing. Attorney General's office spokesperson Steve Irwin said in a statement, the corporation has undertaken and continues to undergo reforms to strengthen its internal ethics programs, to increase transparency and promote reporting of questionable conduct by its employees and leadership. Democratic State Representative Sean Brennan says he's pleased the deal will allow the investigations to move forward and that FirstEnergy has to cooperate.
I understand, just like everybody does, that if you don't punish bad behavior, it'll continue to fester. And we've just got to send a message to, to these corporations that corruption has no place in Ohio.
According to the agreement document, the $19.5 million being paid to the Ohio Attorney General's office will go to a non-energy charitable organization to be determined by the AG's office and to reimburse costs of the investigation. Democratic State Senator Kent Smith calls the sum paltry.
$20 million is 2% of their profit, and for 1 year, and it's going to a charity of the AG's office's choosing. This is, again, the amount is too small and it's going the wrong direction.
Senator Smith also told me today he is planning to send a letter to the Attorney General's office pushing for it to renegotiate the $20 million payment to a much higher amount. I also reached out to Republican leaders today. They had no comment on the agreement. Live at the State House, Doug Petcash, 10 TV News.